Hi friends, I wanted to talk about the Safe and Sound Protocol. Safe and Sound Protocol is an auditory intervention based protocol which is based on the theory of Dr. Porges, which is the polyvagal theory. I use this protocol at Khushi with parents and I've seen huge gains. And I wanted to share this protocol and the principles and how it works so that you get an idea and you can use that for your child, either from me or from any other practitioner who can help you and get those benefits for your child. So, as the name suggests, safe and sound. Safe means the first most important thing is that the child feels safe before we do the protocol. So safe comes before sound, So before we do the auditory intervention, it's important that the child feels safe. Okay. And I think I should correct myself that this program is not just for kids. It can be done even with adults. Before I started using this protocol with kids, who come to me, or either I gave it to them on an online, through an online medium, I did the program on myself. We did the program, I and my husband, we did the SSP program for ourselves. I made my son go through the program because we wanted to first understand what it does to our system, and how it makes us feel different. I use the SSP program for kids with autism and ADHD and SPD, that's sensory processing disorder, and even adults who had emotional challenges. And I was happy with the program and I'm happy with the response that I achieved, which I would like to share with all of you. The SSP program is a program which is meant to stimulate the vagus nerve. Okay, it's an acoustic way of stimulating the vagus nerve, and when a vagus nerve is stimulated, it helps us to feel, it helps us to be able to feel more safe, feel more calm, feel more centered. That's what a child is able to find that within himself when we do that, when we do this protocol with the child or with an adult, So SSP is actually like a 5-hour long program, and we make the kids listen to this program. First session, for a few sessions, I am monitoring the program and I'm checking what are the changes that I find in my kids who are undergoing the program with me. And we do not make the child listen to those 5 hours in one go. It depends on the child. Sometimes kids may listen as little as just 5 minutes in a day. To some kids who do it maybe even half an hour in a day. So there's no set protocol, It all is dependent on how we how the child responds. So we change and we modify the listening duration as per the needs or as per the level of the child. If the child wants to remove the headphones, we are not pushing them. We want the child to feel safe at all times, and that's the primary goal while we are doing this intervention. So it's a 5-hour long music, and as I said, it could be minimum of 5 minutes to 30 minutes. And we complete the protocol maybe, as maybe some kids finish it in 10 days, some take more than a month, it doesn't matter. What matters is we get gains, we're not pushing the child beyond what he can take. We're not pushing him, we're not stretching his window of tolerance too much, So that's what we do with the Safe and Sound protocol. So once the music is over, the 5-hour music is over, usually with some kids you see changes in those 5 hours itself when the child is listening to the music. But with some of them, there are no changes at all while the child is listening to the music. And after completing the music, maybe after 2 or 4 weeks, after that, there are changes which start showing up. When we make the child listen to the program, the brain is reorganizing and there is a rewiring happening in the brain. So there may be disorganization which happens before the brain learns to reorganize itself. So it's very important that you work with a practitioner who can guide you if there is any disorganization that comes and handle the disorganization so that we get into that track of, it's like a neural track, a pathway basically, it's like a platform where a child is on a ventral vagal state or on the mobilized state or in a freeze state. So there are like different platforms, and when we do the program with the child may fluctuate initially between the different programs, different platforms, and the therapist would help you, or the practitioner would help you and guide you on how to help your child. But the gains that I have seen with the kids that I have worked with and we've done the protocol are beautiful. You know, I've seen better sleep, I have seen the auditory sensitivities reduce immensely. You know, it has reduced, especially for kids who were having difficulty with the younger brother or sister crying, or with the cooker sound or the whistle sound or the bike sound, a specific typical bike sound they were getting disturbed by. So those are the kinds of sound sensitivities that I saw were getting better. And because I remember one comment by a parent, and she said, earlier when my husband would snore, my child would close his ears, but now he went close to his dad and he's like, what is that sound? And so he's not scared, but he's exploring the surroundings better. So those are the kinds of things that I see with hearing sensitivity, sound sensitivity. So sleep issues really were helped, sound sensitivities were helped, the child felt more calmer, so learning became faster. Learning was really faster with many kids that I worked with. I saw a lot of differences with their focus. I won't say it's like a magic bullet and everything got better, but yeah, there were changes, and those changes were sustaining. They didn't just go away, the changes did sustain. So sleep issues, sensory issues, sound sensitivity, I saw changes in their language and expression. The length of utterance, if they were speaking in just one word, they started speaking in longer sentences. So there were a lot of changes that I saw in my clients with whom I did SSP. And you know what, SSP mainly works on the social engagement system. So a social engagement system is the face, by which we look at others, we smile at others, we interact with others. So I found changes in the facial expressions, the intonation of voice, the way we talk to each other. We don't talk like, give me this, I want to eat. We don't talk. And imagine if you could just rewind this when I say, I want this, don't you do that, or whatever. I am making my muscles tight and I'm going into that state of protection. And when that state of protection is released, if you notice my shoulders dropped, children are able to, I saw those changes in their intonations, in their facial expressions, and they were able to listen and respond to human voice better. Earlier every sound they would respond to and orient to, which would appear and make them feel that they were very distracted. But then it brought about a change and they were able to orient to human voices better and respond appropriately. So these were some of the things that I saw with SSP, and I thought I should share it with you. And there are 3 levels to SSP. There is SSP Connect, there is SSP Core, and there is SSP Balance. So these are the 3. I wouldn't put them like this. It's like a circle rather. There's nothing like 1, 2, 3, but it's like all in one. So it depends on your therapist. I choose and do the protocol which I feel works better for my kids, and there's constant monitoring that's required, but I think it has helped a lot of my kids. And if you have a safe and sound practitioner in your area, I think it's worth giving a try and making a child go through this protocol, because it has changed and it has helped. So I hope this video was helpful and it gives you some idea about what is the safe and sound protocol. My focus was to give you very basic practical information so that you get an idea about what is this auditory based protocol and how it stimulates the vagus nerve acoustically, and how that brings about a change in the functioning, in the behavior of the child. Thank you.